fights, so we definitely want to bring back boxing here on a regular basis. You know, I was a part owner of the Houston Dynamo, the Major League Soccer here, and the fan base is just incredible. Houston knows how to show up, so the least we can do is bring more fights here, some championship fights to Houston. So we're going to work on that soon. What do you guys think, man? Haney progress.
Haney, UD.
Yeah, Haney.
Ryan, how would you fight Haney, Oscar?
How would I fight Haney?
How would you fight Haney?
One jab. All right, here he is. Ryan Garcia. Here he is. Here he is. There he is. He took care of business. Did what he had to do.
What's up, champ?
So he'll open up with a statement, but fire away whatever you guys have.
Hey, Ryan, first of all, congratulations on this big win. How do you feel so far? You know, this weight class 140. I know it's a catch rate of 143. And overall, Oscar Duarte's power.
His power was strong. I was really surprised about his chin. You know, in the first round, I was catching him clean, and he was just like, he looked like he was eating them. I was like, damn, he could eat some shots. So I was like, the first, second round, I'm like, I think he's gonna go by third, but then by third, he kept getting more pressure. So I was like, I gotta try to stop his momentum somehow. But yeah, he was a tough fighter. I knew he was gonna be tough. Everybody was saying, like, why would he take this fight? So, you know, now I gotta give my credit where it's due. You know, I fought in there. I had a fight, you know, with some grit, and then find a knockout. So I think I did good, you know, especially with my first fight with Erik.
Ryan, you know, the 7th round, you kind of like moved around the ring, used a little bit more of your angles. Was that something part of the strategic plan that maybe Derek told you in the corner going into that round?
Oh yeah. Derek, he was pretty adamant. Like, come on, man, why aren't you using your legs? Like, he's gonna open up. And I was like, okay, because I was trying to stay there and just kind of smother him to try to, you know, stop his attack and kind of soften him up a little bit, because he was like overly aggressive. So I was like, let me just try to take some steam off his shot. But then I'm like, oh, well, he keeps throwing, so I'm going to start moving again. And then I just started locking in with my trainer. And, yeah, he was right. It opened up a shot, and he fell into a hook.
Right, such a competitive super lightweight division. So in the perfect world, do we see him take on the winner between regions and the other hands?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, I want to become a champion. So that's my goal. I don't know where Derek's at. But, yeah, however he sees fit on what that looks like. You know, I trust him, and yeah, whatever he wants. I want Rollies, to be honest. I mean, I feel like it's a fun fight. He's a aggressive, crazy dude. Lead up will be crazy. Yeah, and I want that. You know, I mean, he has a title technically, but yeah, let's do it.
What do you tell Rollies to watch?
Just, I don't know if you have a real injury or not, but he'll that shit.
All right, so that first of all, that was hilarious. But I talked to you at the first press conference. I also asked you about who would you rather fight, Devin and Tito. And I think it would be a great idea if you kind of get Rolly out of the way for a bigger unification with maybe a Devin or a Tito. And I feel like you showed a lot of different tools today. I feel like no one's ever made you move that much. And for a second, we were a little worried. We thought maybe you were feeling his power. Tell us how you felt in there when you started using the movement, the openings you saw, and what you felt brought the knockout.
I mean, like I said, you know, in boxing, you're gonna fight power punchers. You know, guys that move a lot. Like my last fight, you know, Tank was moving a lot. You gotta be able to just like know what to do with these guys. So like, in my mind, I was like, okay, this dude does pack a punch. You know, he's a lot slower than me, but every time he hits you, like, it feels like a rock. So I was like, okay, we'll figure it out. Because I'm not worried about it. You know, I'll take a good shot. You know, I took a big uppercut, cut me a little bit for the first time. But, you know, like I said, if I want to be a champion, I got to go through moments. You know, I got to go through a little bit of adversity. You know, my whole career, I didn't really have ever any real adversity, except, I guess, tank fight. But for me, like, because I've been dedicated this camp, this felt like a fight to me. you know, it felt like, okay, like I'm figuring out myself as a fighter, and it felt good to be in the ring. And I'm excited to keep improving with Erik, and I'm just so thankful for God and just what he did in my life, and even on the hard years that I went through. And, you know, I was lost for a long time. I took so many steps backwards after COVID, and just in life in general, as a boxer, as a person, the way I treated people is like, I lost a lot of myself. So I fought hard to get back to where I'm at now. You know, even in the Tank fight, I wasn't there, but by the grace of God, you know, he never gave up on me. And I want to thank you for that in front of everybody.
Ryan, you were using a bit more of a shoulder roll. Is that something that you got from Erik?
Erik told me never to do that. He's like, don't do that shit. You ain't Mayweather. And I was like, he'll never admit that, but he did say that.
Where did they come from then?
I was just doing it. Like, I was just like, all right, like, let me see if this works. It kind of did. Like, he really couldn't hit me for 2 or 3 rounds. Then he started figuring it out. And I'm like, forget this. I'm going to go back to B&B.
Ryan, congratulations on the win, man. What was it like, you know, first time back in the ring, right, since Tank, you know, kind of feeling shots again, maybe just answering the questions for yourself, like, okay, I'm in a fight. And
I'm not going to lie, this was scarier than fighting Tank. I'm not going to lie, he had a hard punch. Like, his punch was hard. Like, every time I got hit back, I don't ever complain. That dude hit me so hard in the back of the head because it don't look hard, but it is hard. So I was actually more worried in this fight than I was in the Tank. With Tank, it was just like, all right, it's a boxing match, like he's moving around, whatever, boom, boom. But this fight, I was actually like, oh shit, like, damn, knock my ass out. Like, he has the power to knock you out. So I had to be very cautious.
Shakur, I talked to Shakur afterwards, and you know, he wasn't impressed. He said you didn't really see anything that Erik did to improve your style. You know,
Who's Shakur?
Nah, Shakira Twitterson. Nah, but like for real though, like that was Edwin Santos' line. But no, for real. So shout out Edwin. You know, what can I say? Like, he broke a record for the least punches ever landed in 12. Like that's actually a hard thing to do. The fact that he did that was crazy. So, you know, if he thinks that's good, it is what it is.
Wait, didn't he break the record for putting people to sleep?
Yeah, at home. At home, they turned that shit off after the fourth round. But that's the difference, though. Like, I fought a guy with power, but I didn't back down. I went right to him. Stood my ground, moved. I did it all. He only showed one thing, which was moving around, and his hand wasn't hurt. His coach was telling him to throw it. Let's stop that narrative right now. He's just been a hater since the amateur. For real. And I want to fight him. I will beat his ass. I promise you that. Like, I've been in the ring with him. He's cool, but he just all scared all the time. Scared. In a pro fight, it's not going to work.
But they were grooming him since the beginning.
For sure.
Ryan, at the last fight, you kind of said you lost your competitive edge a little bit. I saw you go to one corner, say something to someone, go to the other side, say something to someone. So what do you feel now?
That was just emotions. Like, yeah, I have it bad. Like, that's that. Like, I take it personal. Because when I put my mind to it, my whole heart, I put my whole heart into it. Like, I went away from everybody. I didn't see nobody for 4 months straight, just in Dallas in a little condo, and I was just looking at the wall every day, just like praying to God, going to church, and just staying just as locked in as I can. So my emotions did come out, because I finally, after a long time, gave everything I had to it. And that's what made me just explode. But, you know, it's going to just get better. You know, this is my first fight with Erik, so it's going to get better.
2 more questions. Ryan, Winnie does a lot of healing. When can we see you back in action?
I mean, I want to get back, you know, March, right, or whatever, as soon as, like, for me, inactivity, like, really cursed me. You know, I've been boxing for, since I was 17 in pros, and I had, I don't know how many, you know, breaks, like a year and a half, like 2 years and a half. Like, it's not gonna, you're not gonna become a better boxer that way. So,
how do we get that done to get back, you know, right back in March? Is that possible?
It's very possible. Absolutely, it'll get done. He wants to fight. He wants to become world champion. He wants to stay busy. It's gonna get done.
Last question.
Hey
Ryan, you've been with Goosen, Reynoso, and Derek Things. you think you finally found a home with Derek James? Are you learning anything new from Derek compared to the other guys?
Yeah, I feel like I found a home, you know, home in Dallas, home with Derek. You know, I just think that, you know, we're a great fit, and I'm just happy to be there. You know, I committed to it, and I know Derek, you know, believes in me, and I don't know, there ain't really nothing to say. It's just like, I love it there. You know, I'm ready to keep on training with him. Like, that's it. Like, he's a great trainer. We do, you know, we work so hard, so I just want to keep training with him and see where that goes. I'm all right. Like he said, I'm his last fighter. So we're going to try to take it all the way till the wheels fall off.
Ryan, thank you guys. Ryan.
We go back.